good quality food. Those are pellets. People who know pellets, those are the pellets. If you don't know, those are the pellets you are seeing on the screen. Those are the pellets, and they are essential for these chicks in their first days of life, because for them they have a well balanced protein content and other nutrients which are well balanced from the factories, so they are very good and they are easily digested by those tiny intestines and stomach for these chick birds. And next, we need a round brooder wall. When I say round brooder wall, I mean no corners inside. Why no corners? Because when these birds are inside, they tend to go closer into those corners, and one, they will suffocate. Two, they will step on each other, they will die. So we don't need those corner. I don't advise you to use those corner stuffs. And next, you need chick feeders. This chick feeder can accommodate 30 chicks. You just put it there and count your 30 chicks. Make sure they are in that brooder. If they are more than 30 chicks, they are 60. Those are 2. They are 90. Those are 3 chicks feeders. Don't use these big ones, but we need this one for the chicks. They are very small and they are easy accessed by the chicks. And before you having those ones also, we need this. I call them flat feeders. They are like plates, flat feeders, where you just put those feeds mostly on the first day, second day, and third day, fourth day. Yeah. And you have drinkers for the chicks, not these big drinkers, but they are small drinkers. If you have these manual round small drinkers, make sure you put stones across. Why? These chicks will not fall inside, so it will be easier for them to drink that water. And make sure that water is very safe, clean, and should be there all time. We need the glucose, because in the first hours, when we have just brought our birds, we are not going to give them food directly, but we are going to first of all give them glucose as to energize them, to rehydrate them. Of course, some of these chicks travel a long route, so they need that glucose, energize them, resuscitate them. And if there are these ones who are very weak that even cannot drink, so you need to get a syringe, you get it, you open the mouth slightly, put a drop of glucose. Yeah, and it's very easy and it is interesting. That's why I thought poultry farming very interesting. You're doing this less for chicks. And even you must have multivitamins when you're on the farm, because once they come, remember, these chicks are easily prone to infectious diseases. So when they come, we need to boost them. So that's why we give those multivitamins to boost these chicks. And also we need clean and disinfected wood shavings. Why? The same thing, these chicks are easily prone to infections. Once you don't disinfect those wood shavings, they are going to cause your birds to get sick. Once there is a bacteria, virus, fungi, parasite, and gets in contact with the birds, and remember there are very many birds around, you are going to lose. So make sure you disinfect those wood shavings, and also make sure they are very clean. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And even you must remove the dust, whereby we need don't use this tree. I mostly advise people to use the coffee, called coffee hussks. Yeah, those stuffs from the coffee. They are very okay, and they are convenient for you to use. And even they favor those chicks when they are growing. So get them, use them. And when you are brooding, there are some practices we do not do when we are brooding. One, we do not tie the lamp with a slide connector. Connector may be a stick, it may be a chain, it may be a cloth, it may be even a wire or a mesh. So I advise people to use either get a good metallic chain to tie those lamp. So when those lamps are highly connected with that chain, there is no chance for the lamp to get off and break. No, there is no chance for that. And make sure those lamps do not get very close to the beddings. The beddings, these are the broader paper, newspaper, boxes, whatever. So when those lamps get close to them, they will burn. And also make sure you are a good heat manager. How? If you're a good heat manager, when you see birds running around everywhere, that's not your good heat manager. But if you see your birds, first of all, they are overcrowding, they are miserable, they are not happy. When you are inside there, they are just in the same place, they are fixing themselves to the heat source, they are overcrowding around the heat source, they are overcrowding around the corners. Just know there is something not doing well within your heat management. So if you see the birds overcrowding the heat source, just know you need to increase on your heat and make sure you disperse those chicks from crowding, because once they crowd, they are going to suffocate, one, and they are going to step on each other, others are going to die. And some people in my community were asking me, how do you feed these chicks on their first day, second day, third day, fifth day, even the first or the first whole week in brooding? Pre-starter feeding, those are the feeds I give the first week chicks, and this is none other than parrots. I give them parrots. These parrots are very well nourished. The way how you feed them, you are not going to feed them on the feeds you have made by yourself. That's my advice for you. Do not use those feeds you have made by yourself. I advise you to use pellets. Those pellets, I advise you to use them, because for them they are already made for the chicks. Everything is well calculated in them. All the nutrients necessary are calculated in them. So make sure you buy them and use them for the first week. For the second week, you can introduce the feeds. So those pellets are very good and they are essential because they contain enough nutrients and protein, mostly proteins, for the birds' body functions. So they are very good and nice to go with. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And make sure that this food is always on the floor in the first week or everywhere in the brooder loom. Make sure they are everywhere to enable these birds access it all the time they feel like eating. Also, make sure there is good water supply, a clean water supply all the time. All the time, make sure there is a clean water supply. They are easily digested by the birds, so there is good growth within that. And remember, when you are feeding these birds in their first week, we take a bird to feed a minimum of 13 grams, multiplied by the 250 birds we assume that you are having in the brooder loom, and that's almost 3,250 grams. If you have a calculator, you can take it on your calculator. 13 grams times 250 birds, that's around 3,250 grams, but we need it in kilograms. Remember, this is per day, so that is around, if you put it in kilograms, that's 3.3 kgs per day. So make sure that your birds eat a minimum of 3.3 kgs per day if you have 250 birds on your farm. If you are brooding 250 birds in the first week, they should consume a minimum in a day. That's a day is not 12 hours. A day is 24 hours. So in 24 hours, make sure they eat a minimum, I've not said maximum, I've said a minimum of 3.3 kilograms. You must have a weighing scale on your farm so that you easily measure. And in brooding, as I said, don't get scared. Just do those steps. First of all, in brooding, disinfect the room. Don't forget to disinfect your room. Disinfect it 2 times before you bring in the chicks. Disinfect the room. Don't forget to disinfect the room. Don't forget to disinfect the wood shavings. Thanks for watching. For the new subscribers, welcome. For people who have not yet subscribed, please you subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching. For those people who have not yet subscribed to the channel, please you subscribe the channel and have a nice time. We meet in the next video.